Wow. So we heard there were reports that the Patriots were going to be aggressive, uncharacteristically aggressive at the start of free agency. We heard that. We knew that was coming, but I thought that meant like 2-3 guys. I did not realize that Bill Belichick was going to go out and spend everything on very solid players.
He hasn't spent everything yet.
No, he hasn't. He has spent a ton of money on very solid players, which, by the way, all of these dummies who were saying that the Patriots lost yesterday. So we record this on Tuesday. What are we like? Okay, cool. Clickbait. Nice job, guys.
We're back to Patriot crybaby land.
Oh, my God. Unreal. I'm glad we're back. It feels good to be back.
Buffalo, I hope you enjoyed the crown for a year. Coming for that ass.
So we're going to talk about that on the show. We're going to talk about – this is mainly going to be a Patriots show. I tried to get two reporters that friends of the show on. Neither of them could make it, so no big deal. We'll try to get one on next week. But the Patriots and Bill Belichick showed that they're going balls to the wall this year. Holy hell.
You're so rattled right now. You didn't even do the intro to the show.
I know. Couch Guy Sports Podcast.
Right in.
Couch Guy Sports Podcast, episode number 199. Patriots free agency showdown. So, guys, we're not even going to do a weekly dump here. First, I want to get our friends over at Manscaped their proper rating because I am rattled. I am shook from this entire situation. So we're going to get into this before I forget it. Guys, did you fill out your bracket yet? We've actually got a bracket at Couch Guy Sports.
We do.
Go check that out. Our sponsors, Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, want to remind you to do so. Their precision-engineered tools are for your family jewels, and they will help you turn that Kentucky Wildcat in your pants into a South Carolina Gamecock. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide, and we have an exclusive offer for my college basketball fans. And you know what, too, guys? Even if you're not college basketball fans, you guys can use this, too. 20% off with free shipping with the code CouchGuy20 at Manscaped.com. Talked about it a bunch. We've all had manscaping accidents. When I was younger, I clipped my nuts because I thought that you had to use little scissors. Guess what? You don't. If I knew about that traumatizing accident would have never happened. Guys, Manscaped has created the best ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. Their trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. In addition to this trimmer, comes with an LED light for a more precise shave and is waterproof to make your shower shave clean and easy, which is true. It's phenomenal in the shower. The Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside their brand new Perfect Package 3.0, which is the MVP of men's grooming kits. The Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, and moisturizer perfect for the golf course before you head out there. Or you can do it on there too, just do it in a private area. Speaking of sweaty and stinky balls, I am thankful for their Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, is the ultimate defense from sweating, smelling, and sticking. Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts into their Perfect Package: a pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day, and a travel shed bag to store all of your grooming goodies. Your purchase goes towards a good cause, guys, because they partnered with the GOAT, Alex Caruso, and the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Guys, Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. And I'm wearing the shirt, We Save Balls. Guys, get 20% off with free shipping with the code CouchGuy20 at Manscaped.com. Join the Manscaped movement and start taking care of your balls today. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped.com using promo code CouchGuy20. Be the best ball handler. Don't be a ball handle this year with Manscaped. Again, CouchGuy20 for 20% off with free shipping. All right, so let's get into it. Big week for the Patriots. Obviously, we know last year the Patriots, they stunk. They were terrible, 7-9. It was hard to watch. This year, you can tell Bill Belichick doesn't want to do that again. And honestly, we knew that they were going to have a lot of cap space this year. It was talked about a lot. So
They were planning for this. They were planning for this.
They were planning for this while we were all freaking out last year. I think this was part of the plan. I didn't think part of the plan was to be as bad as they were last year. Let's not kid ourselves. They wanted to be competitive. They really weren't. But this offseason, we knew they had the cap room. But my God, I didn't know they were going to be this aggressive.
They signed 12 guys in 2 days.
So let's rattle off the names. Unreal. And let's just say today, the name that we got, which nobody saw coming, was Hunter Henry.
This morning. Like,
before free agency, talking Hunter Henry 100% was in the cards. But then once they signed Jonnu Smith, I thought there was no way they were bringing Hunter Henry.
Yes, agreed.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
So here we go. Jonnu Smith, 4 years, $50 million. And we're going to talk about that contract specifically, along with another contract.
That first year.
Year one. Hunter Henry, tight end, 3 years, $37.5 million, $25 million guaranteed. And plus the Jonnu Smith, $31.25 million guaranteed. Matt Judon, is that how you say it? Judon?
Yep, Judon.
4 years, $56 million, $32 million guaranteed.
Stud pass rusher.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that because that's not necessarily true. Jalen Mills, 4 years, $24 million, $9 million guaranteed. Nelson Agholor, 2 years, $26 million. And this is one that I love. Nelson Agholor went to Las Vegas last year and kind of flew under the radar with how good he was. Kendrick Bourne, sneaky good deal. Nothing blow your pants off about it, but Kendrick Bourne, solid deal, 3 years, $22.5 million.
Jacoby Myers 2.0.
Yeah, maybe even a little faster, Jacoby Myers. Okay, I learned how to pronounce this, but I'm blanking. Devon Gacho?
Gacho, yeah, sounds right.
Yep.
Okay, 2 years, $16 million. Nose tackle from Miami. Henry Anderson, defensive end, 2 years, $7 million. Right, in the Miami Dolphins nose tackle. Mm-hmm. He was brought in. Remember last year how bad that front seven was? Well, here we go. That fixes it. So that's the meat of it. Those are the guys that you want to talk about. And then
I like the Jalen Mills signing too.
I do too.
Really. Yep.
He's okay.
Better than J-Mac.
I don't know. I think they're very similar players. But so for the offensive lineman wise, let's just go over that real quick. Joe Tooney, gone, big money. Kansas City.
He got paid.
He got paid, but that was expected.
And let's be real, the Patriots were supposedly in to the last second. So what was the Patriots offer?
Maybe the Patriots were doing something good for Joe Tooney and driving up that price for him.
Well, how about with Tooney too? The fact that obviously Kansas City got rid of 2 offensive linemen, one of them being former number 1 overall pick Eric Fisher, and then by the way, Joe Tooney with our cap space, here's $80 million for 5 years.
Well, Joe Tooney's the best guard in football right now. Maybe it's probably between him and Quentin Nelson.
He was your best player last year.
Yeah, so him and David Andrews. And I want to see them bring back David Andrews.
You show Jake Bailey some respect.
I know. As a kicker,
phenomenal
I can't do it.
punter.
He was a Pro Bowler. Get it right.
So, look, the moves, great. I'm not going to give it an A if we're going to grade it. I'm not going to give it an A for day one, but I'm going to give it a B plus A minus. They really did their thing. And, there's one move that I think that still could happen, but it's at this point, I'm not sure. Although a lot of them are still out there, is signing a bona fide number 1 receiver.
But see, I don't think they're planning on doing that because they double down on the tight end market. You bring in Jonnu Smith. You bring in the 2 best tight ends on the free agent market. You bring in Jonnu Smith day 1. First signing. This was 20 minutes after the bell rang on tampering time.
And as soon as that happened, I was like, Hunter Henry's gone. Sorry,
but whatever.
But we got Jonnu Smith.
We have Jonnu Smith,
cool.
So it's fine. They have a tight end. And then they started rattling all these other deals. I'm like, okay, these aren't number 1 receivers, but Agholor I like.
Save the balls.
All these guys are there. They're clearly hoping Edelman comes back, whatever. And then this morning we get the Hunter Henry news, and I'm like, oh, they don't want a wide receiver number 1 because it's cheaper to pay 2 tight ends than it is to pay a number 1 receiver. How much is Kenny Golladay going to get?
So in Hunter Henry, I think consensus was the guy that a lot of people anticipated that the Patriots were going to go get. All that the memes from last year with Bill hugging Hunter Henry. He's a great tight end, very solid tight end, a little injury prone. You go get Jonnu Smith too. And remember, the package before of Hernandez and Gronk, they loved running that 2 tight end set.
It's coming, baby. It's coming back. Well, how do you think they sold Hunter Henry? Because remember Henry made those comments like, it's not just about the money. Like, I need to be with a good quarterback. He said there's something about like wanting to play with Justin Herbert. Still liking Justin Herbert. So like 2 things in my head could possibly be the case. One, he really does see Cam Newton still, like other people do in the league, other players, as like, he didn't have crap last year. Cam will be better this year. I want to go play with Cam and I'm going to get paid. Or this money really just was well, fuck that. I'm getting paid.
Here. I'll give it to you really straight. Conversation between Bill Belichick and Hunter Henry. Hunter, we're going to give you 3 for 37.5 and $25 million a year. Where do I sign? Click.
See,
that's it. That's all it was. But still,
I'm thinking.
But if Cam didn't sign,
lines of Jared.
But if Cam didn't sign, if it was Jarrett Stidham, would he have said yes to that? No.
See, I don't know.
If Cam was not here,
I still
yes to that.
I still think a quarterback move is coming.
Oh, well, duh. But I'm just saying, like, would you have pulled off Hunter?
Well, no, not duh. It's not a duh statement because they could.
Duh.
No, it's not because
I don't think it's duh.
Thank you,
guys. You're not getting Hunter Henry if Cam Newton hasn't been signed.
Jared.
Yeah, no. But you said duh to Al saying that there's another quarterback move coming down the line.
Yes.
That's what you said duh to.
I don't think I did.
That's what you said duh to.
You did.
Well, there is, of course, something coming down the line because you're not going to bank on Cam yet. Like, but my point is, you don't bring in Hunter Henry.
Double down on it.
You don't bring Hunter Henry unless Cam's here. Like, if you bring in Mariota, if Jarrett Stidham's the only guy on the roster, like if they just did nothing to the start of free agency at the quarterback position and waited on Cam, because they could have waited on Cam. They didn't need to sign him that early. But if they didn't bring in Cam Newton, you don't have Hunter Henry. I get you. Jonnu Smith doesn't feel attractive anymore.
See, I agree there. I do think that Cam was a move to at least show free agents before the free agency period opened up.
Yeah, we're trying.
We have a guy who could throw to you. But I also wouldn't be shocked. Jared, you brought up that theory that's been floated around. I wouldn't be shocked if Bill Belichick told Hunter Henry, because, yeah, you're right. He made those comments specifically saying he wants to play with a good quarterback. I wouldn't be shocked if Bill told Hunter Henry, hey, look, we're not done. We're not done with this. Right. We might have another quarterback coming down the line. And Al mentioned this pre-show. The Patriots still, listen, it's a pipe dream. I don't think it's going to happen. If I had to put my money on it, Cam Newton's your starting quarterback week 1. But Deshaun Watson, you've still got the room to make the move.
You do. And that's what I was alluding to, Jared, is the fact that you can still make a splash. Okay? And Deshaun Watson, you could realistically say to Houston, okay, you want a receiver? Have N'Keal Harry. You want Stephon Gilmore, former defensive player of the year? Fine. Take him. You want Jarrett Stidham as a quarterback just to have somebody, even though they already signed Tyrod Taylor?
First-round picks? Go for it.
And 3 first-round picks? Take it. You're telling me that Nick Caserio would say no to that deal?
See, Jared tweeted that same scenario earlier today, and he said, who said no? And I replied, the Patriots, because I don't think the Patriots make that move.
Idiot. Because
you think Bill Belichick, who cradles draft picks, who is like mine,
he also doesn't spend
when it comes to draft picks
of dollars in free agency.
You think right, but you think that he's just gonna deal 3 first-round picks?
If he can legitimately get Deshaun Watson, yes.
Think about this too. All the moves. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
He literally just admitted to you in a day that all of his draft picks were pretty much crap and he can't figure it out. Is what he just admitted to you. He just had all this money to fill all the holes that he gave himself over the last couple of years. What's 3 first-round picks for the future quarterback? How old is Deshaun Watson, Nick?
How 3 first-round picks though? That's a
and you
big
have a quarterback for the
next
next 15 years.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you could make a smaller trade, maybe even 1 first-round pick, because at this point, I think you got to make. I think you do have to make a move. I don't know if they will. If I had to put money on it, I don't think they're going to make a move. I think Cam's going to be the quarterback, but I hope I'm wrong.
Me too.
I hope I'm wrong. But also, listen, Jimmy Garoppolo. Sorry, this is what I was getting at. Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think he's out of the picture.
He's not coming, guys.
If it comes down to 3 first-round picks and your star cornerback,
who doesn't want to be here anyway.
But if it comes down to that to Houston, or 1 first-round pick, which is an overpay, but at this point you might have to do it. 1 first-round pick and Stephon Gilmore there, I think he would much rather do that.
Yeah,
because the draft in first-round picks, even if he doesn't want to pick anybody, he knows that's trade capital.
Okay, but you look at Jimmy Garoppolo versus Deshaun Watson here. Deshaun Watson is the next guy. Like, that's your franchise quarterback for now until God knows when. Jimmy Garoppolo is a quarterback a year or two, and then you still have to figure that out.
He was Bill's prize, though.
Yes,
I don't care. Like, he's injury prone. He can't stay on the field. Bill clearly sees something. Like, I feel like he would have already offered. If he really wanted Jimmy G, wouldn't he already be here?
Yeah, Jimmy. Listen, I'm under the impression Jimmy's not going to be here.
Cam's your quarterback this year, guys. Cam Newton is throwing Hunter Henry this year.
No, but hey, just going back to the Jimmy Garoppolo thing that you just said, wouldn't he be here already? No, because what's the 49ers' second plan? They don't have another plan.
They're going to take Jarrett Stidham.
What are you just going to trade? No, see, the 49ers aren't going to trade Jimmy Garoppolo for Jarrett Stidham, a first-round pick, and Stephon Gilmore. They want another guy lined up.
Nick, if they can figure out a trade for Deshaun Watson, I think that is now probably the only move, besides trading up for a young quarterback. I'm still all for that. But if you don't trade up for a young quarterback, Deshaun Watson probably isn't going to Miami now. They just brought in Jacoby Brissett to back up Tua. So clearly they are in with Tua. The Jets have been talking about keeping Sam Darnold instead of drafting someone younger at the top of the draft.
Well, no. A team to keep an eye out for Sam Darnold, Seattle. The USC connection.
No, they just said they're not trading.
They just said they're not trading Russ.
Yeah, and then the
Bears signed Andy Dalton.
Yeah, but even still, I understand. Okay, I understand that it broke right before the show and everything. There's nothing we can do. But you still think Russell Wilson's going to put up with being unhappy and everything?
Yeah, because I think
he actually wants to be there. He actually wants to be there.
I think he realized that the market's not as clamoring for him as he thought.
Well, because Deshaun's out there. The problem is because Deshaun's out there.
Right. Like, Deshaun Watson is the guy that if you're gonna mortgage your future for, it's for Deshaun Watson. Look, and if Deshaun Watson was traded here, I would pee myself.
Well,
who's left that would take him?
It's that's what I'm saying. Think about it's literally those two teams. That's it. What other team? Maybe Carolina.
And San Fran. And then if he goes to San Fran, then Jimmy comes here.
But what about Carolina? Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't think they.
Teddy Bridgewater and Christian McCaffrey. If they throw them both in a trade package.
You're not trading Christian McCaffrey. What
McCaffrey's their guy.
Talking about? He's their guy.
Have you looked at Twitter and seen the hypothetical trades? Christian McCaffrey's in every one. What are you talking about?
But hypothetical trades doesn't
every time. No, not Mo Chanel. Well, Mo Chanel's an idiot. Why are we even talking about him?
Hypothetical trades mean nothing. We have seen so many dumb hypothetical trades.
Guys, if hypothetical trades were legit, Al, if that was right, then that means, let's see, Anthony Davis would be a Boston Celtic. Paul George would be a Boston Celtic. Jimmy Butler would be a Boston. They'd all just be on the Celtics.
Celtics would have won the championship.
Would have won like 9 championships by now.
But listen, if I don't know if this is why I asked Phil Perry to if he could come on the show. Well, I'm watching NBC Sports Boston. He's sitting on the TV right now, so that would make sense.
Okay.
But 3 first-round picks, just revisiting that real quick. 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. He's a great quarterback. And if he were on this team this season, my God, send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
What I'm seeing is the Pats still have at least $30 million in cap space this year.
I think it's about 33.
That's insane. And with the deals they made, you're paying, what was it, like $1 million to.
So Jonnu Smith and Judon are both getting $1 million.
In the first year, base salary. It's insane. But, guys, they have plenty of room left. They want a running back because they know they need a running back.
Look, what if Bill said to these two, now I'm going to talk myself into it. What if Bill said to Jonnu Smith and Judon both, hey, listen, $1 million this year. We'll take care of you for the rest of the contract, but $1 million this year, cap's going to go up, and we'll bring in Deshaun Watson. Our guy Nick Caserio.
Guys, I am telling you, there was some selling point to these guys other than Cam Newton. Now, do I think that's going to work out? No. Cam, and I think they probably said, look, we're okay with Cam regardless, but okay, if you're going to actually do that, we'll sign on the dotted line right now. Bill's going to throw something at Nick Caserio that he can't refuse, and it's really feeling like by the time we do episode 200 next week, Deshaun Watson might be a Patriot. What else makes sense now? With the way they're spending and the way they're doing their business right now? This is something that Bill Belichick has never done since being here because he's always had Brady.
He's loading up for the Bucs game next season.
He's loading up to not suck against Brady.
Well, Well, why not talk with Miami too? Because now they have their quarterback and they have the number 3 pick. Why not see if you can trade with them to get that number 3
Miami
pick?
has a 3 pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Houston.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, you're right. Duh.
So I'm just saying, if you could potentially trade with Miami at 3, wouldn't you want to do that and maybe take a shot on a guy like Zach Wilson out of BYU? If you can pull it off.
Zach Wilson, Justin Fields.
That depends. If Zach Wilson's there, I'm all for it, because if he doesn't get picked by the Jets, if Zach Wilson's there at 3, you trade up and get him.
Yes.
But
again, I'm there for that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But then you also got to think,
at this point.
But doesn't it feel, I almost feel like there's a better chance of them trading up for a young kid right now, the way they're building this team around, than they're trying to make sure the offensive line is still intact. They're bringing all these sure weapons at tight end, some decent receivers. They're expecting Edelman back probably. It feels like they're trying to protect a young asset and have somebody on a rookie deal. It feels like they're trying to pull that rookie quarterback, rookie deal type thing.
$33 million though left.
Still,
God damn.
I mean, I'm guaranteeing you, they're gonna pay Leonard Fournette, Chris Carson, one of these guys. James Conner's out there.
I would much rather Chris Carson.
James Conner's out there. Philip Lindsay, I heard name is up to. All those guys. I think
didn't he get tagged by Denver?
It was the low. They can offer him
on the lowest possible.
It was the lowest possible. So Patriots could offer him, and then if the Denver Broncos want to match, they can. But they have Melvin Gordon, so if the Patriots go, here's my wallet. What do you want? Broncos,
right.
they'd get him.
By the way,
there's going to be a running back coming in at some point. They need another guy.
By the way, did you guys see Patrick Chung on Twitter said he had big news for everybody? Did you guys see what the news was?
What?
The news is I saved money with Liberty Mutual. He just trolled
so much.
He just trolled all of New England with that. You knew it was going to be something stupid. I'm sorry. I just saw that, and I wanted to report that. That came out 5 minutes ago.
So I was hearing this today, too. People are oh, it's not. It wasn't a Brady thing. Brady winning the Super Bowl didn't spark this plan. Bill was always planning on spending this money, blah, blah, blah. Do we believe that getting those 2 tight ends wasn't motivating enough from Brady? Do we not if Brady didn't win the Super Bowl, do you think he would have signed Hunter Henry and
No. That was the extra factor.
I think he would have. I think he would have. I think this is what I mean. I really think they knew this was coming. They knew that this season was going to be very wide open cap space wise. And they were going to be one of the only teams. That's another thing that goes into this. They're one of the only teams that aren't strapped by the cap. Them and the Jaguars. Now,
Jaguars have spent some money today too.
Still talking to Deshaun, because this just came to my brain. You trade Stephon Gilmore in that package for Deshaun Watson, you're still saving a lot because you're losing to Stephon Gilmore's contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're shedding. I think that's a $10 million shed. Let me see.
I don't. He's getting paid $7 million this year to play.
Who? Gilmore?
Gilmore. Yeah. But the thing is, that's him in the talk.
Oh, really?
Too,
Never mind.
Yeah. He's getting paid $7 million. But do you think he plays for that? No. My guess is I don't care if you see the team or not that he's getting put around him. If Gilmore doesn't get a contract situation figured out, isn't he going to hold out? Is he really going to play for $7 million?
No. And I think it was, and correct me if I say this name wrong, Mike Garoppolo. Does that sound right?
Garoppolo, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Garoppolo literally came out and said that someone in Stephon Gilmore's camp said he's not playing for $7 million this year.
Of course not. He'd be dumb to. So
Exactly.
the thing is, are the Patriots? I heard this theory, and this could be good too. If you really want Gilmore on your team, as if you're Belichick, you're putting this team together. You want to be good this year. You're not going 7-9, all that stuff. Don't you offer him a 1-year extension, bump up the money a little bit, and then say hit the market next year when the cap goes up again? Because you know what I mean? That could be, if Bill really wants him on the team this year, then that's your play. If you don't want him on the team this year, find a team that will sign him long-term and trade him.
Listen to this. So this is Deshaun Watson's cap hit. And after seeing this, yikes. I didn't realize it was this bad. This is making me pull back a little bit. So this year, it's not that bad. He's base salary, $10.5 million. Cap hit of $15.9 million this season. You know what it is next year? He's making $35 million. Cap hit, $40.4 million.
Ooh.
The year after that, 2023, he's making a $20 million base salary.
But see, you know the
but the cap hit $42.4 million.
You know the cap is going up, and is there a way?
Yeah, but that's a lot of cap.
My genuine question, because football cap is dumb. There's always ways to manipulate it. Is there a way for Houston to get involved to help lower that number on the Patriots side within a trade for Caserio, Belichick to Chummy Chum? Is there anything the Texans can do in a deal to say will help with that cap hit?
If they do, they
pay part of the contract, right?
The NFL is gonna investigate immediately.
Of course, yeah. Tradegate.
But maybe, see, when I look at that kind of a contract, I'm like, I don't think Bill is gonna want that on his team, and I think that especially with this uncharacteristic spending spree that he's been on. Deshaun Watson's only 25 years old, which is awesome, but with this uncharacteristic spending spree that Bill's been on, even with that, I don't know if I look at what Deshaun Watson's cap hit is going to be over the next few years and think that Bill's going to want that on his team.
Okay, then if you're the Patriots, or if you're not on the Patriots team, right, you're Hunter Henry, would you rather be throwing the ball from Jimmy Garoppolo for a couple years and then transition to a young kid under the same contract, or Cam Newton?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy.
You sure about that, though?
Yes.
If you're a player?
Because I feel like most players would rather play with Cam Newton.
Honestly, that is a concern that I've had, too, because I thought about that earlier today. I hope that these guys didn't come here just to play with Cam Newton. I hope that. Now, if they're smart, they didn't, because they know that it's a very fluid situation and after what they saw last year. But yeah, a lot of guys in this league still think that Cam has something left in the tank. But I struggle thinking that they have a lot of cap still open. So and they can manipulate the cap. Sure. It's a fake cap.
We're not going to have a lot of questions answered till the draft, really, because I don't think any of this happens till the draft, especially the receiver market, because there's even been talks out there, like someone asked some of these receivers and they're all saying in the back channels, like, this market's crap and it's moving slow. And the reason for that is there's a lot of good receivers in this draft.
A lot of good receivers.
So why is the team going to sign Kenny Galladay or any of these guys before waiting for the draft? Like, why wouldn't you wait?
For the Patriots, at least, I mean, you do that just because you're probably not drafting a receiver, especially at this point.
I think Patriots, you sign somebody. If you want Curtis Samuel, you go sign him because you can't draft receivers if you suck at it. So you go sign one of these guys off the street. That's fine. But all these other teams, like, why is there going to be a bidding war for these guys? There's not until the draft's over.
You're right. And honestly, that in a couple of weeks, that could lower these receivers' value, which is something Bill might be doing. Bill might wait them out.
Wait it out. You might have spent, you just burned through you burned through the two top tight ends. Like, you got the two best tight ends on the market, hands down, no questions asked, and they're both playing for you. And the system, to mind you, that proven works with two tight ends, Gronk Hernandez.
And on top of that, too, you also you brought Nelson Agholor, who had a very good season next year. I think Nelson Agholor is a mid to high tier number 2 on a team.
Yeah, you have Agholor, you have Bourne, and honestly, with the two tight ends you just got, you don't need more than Agholor. Like, you have a high end 2 with two stud tight ends.
I would be comfortable going into the season with this.
Yeah, and then I am still assuming that Edelman is playing.
Yes, I am too. He seems, after his tweets today, he seems like
he seems like he's playing. So you have Edelman, Agholor, Bourne, Jacoby Myers with two stud tight ends. That's pretty solid. Like, I'm okay with that. And then if you want to go get somebody else, if they get cheaper, like a Samuel, that's fine. Go for it. You have the money, but you don't need to do it right this second. I still want a quarterback.
Me too.
Still want a quarterback.
I do too.
This team with Cam. Okay, guys, I have a question. This team with Cam, how much better than last year? Like, this team with Cam, maybe add a running back because they're probably going to do that. Say it's Chris Carson. Like, this team with Cam, are they a playoff team?
Oh, I would love Chris Carson.
They're playing the AFC and NFC South next year, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
It's a decently tough schedule.
Not as bad as last year, though.
Not nearly as bad as last year. Last year was wicked hard.
They had all the things going against them last year. Screw 22.
I think they can go 10. I think they can go 10-6. I think that's realistic.
Well, are they playing 17 games this year?
Yeah, there's an extra game.
Yeah. So fine. We'll say 11-6. 10-7 or 11-6.
God, we get an extra game of Jimmy Garoppolo in a Patriot uniform? What? I'm kidding.
So but I would, regardless, I would rather, I think, draft a rookie, move up and take a rookie.
See, I would rather Cam and a rookie than Jimmy Garoppolo.
If
like,
you
I
could,
would rather Cam Newton this year with a rookie, because I think Cam is a really good veteran to mentor. Cam would not shy away from helping the young guy. Like, I don't think he would.
People said that about your boy Ryan Fitzpatrick too.
Yeah, and he went to. I'm rooting for Washington this year, by the way.
I know,
Washington
but I'm saying
football team.
No, but I'm saying that's what they said about Ryan Fitzpatrick too. Oh, he's a great mentor, but then when they pulled him last year for Tua,
they still
he
need someone to
broke down.
play.
Last year when they pulled him for Tua, he was like, "I thought this was my team."
Okay, well, yeah, because you know what? He actually deserved to play, and there was no reason to play Tua.
Well, they weren't going to win anything anyway.
I don't know.
You got to try. You got. What is this idea that Ryan Fitzpatrick's
Ryan Fitzpatrick, Super Bowl quarterback. Let's do it.
I like Fitzpatrick.
Football team. Let's go. I'm all in. No, look, I'm all for Cam if you draft one of these top guys in the draft. Like if you trade up to get a quarterback, I'm fine with Cam because you have a guy on a rookie deal who can sit back and learn from Cam. Like if you put Zach Wilson behind Cam Newton for a year, isn't that a win?
Well, so listen, if
like
a team who's been loading up on defense, the Miami Dolphins, Stephon Gilmore to the Miami Dolphins. You've got that Patriots connection. You've got Brian Flores down there. They're loading up on that defense. Doesn't that make sense? You put Stephon Gilmore down there. No, for the number 3 pick.
Oh, right. I don't. So the thing is, I don't know if Gilmore has that much value. Like
Stephon Gilmore,
$7 million
one of the best
contract
corners in the NFL.
Yeah, Nicholas on an expiring contract that he's not going to play for.
Yeah, you would have to figure that out beforehand.
Like, if he's going to sign with the Dolphins and stay with Brian, then fine. Then maybe.
Plus,
would they do that straight up? Would they do that straight up? Or would you have to give him 15 too?
You would have to give him 15. I'm saying
15 and Gilmore with the guarantee that he's
process.
Okay. So 15 and Stephon Gilmore with the guarantee that he's going to sign for the number 3 pick. You go get like Zach Wilson. That I'm fine with.
Right?
That I'm fine with because look,
right?
The people that like I mentioned this earlier, right? The sign Stephon Gilmore for a year if you want him on this team. I don't know if I really want him on this team. They're not going to win this year. Like if you can get something for Stephon Gilmore, he doesn't want to be here.
But are they not though? This is listen. If you
without a real quarterback, no, they're not.
But if you do make a move and you get a guy like Zach Wilson, I think that's a game changer. I think that's a different story. And another thing that works in your favor there was trading Stephon Gilmore to Miami. Is Gilmore's already played? He's already been a player for Brian Flores.
This is true.
He knows him already. This isn't him going into a different situation. And it's Miami, Florida. Gilmore, we love you, buddy. You're the man. You've been awesome here. But Miami sounds nice, doesn't it? Sign that little end your career in Miami, down in South Beach. Oh my God, it would be beautiful. Go hang out in the beautiful sun. Go back to your coach that you know, that you love, Brian Flores. Go back to a team that is focusing on defense. Doesn't that sound beautiful?
Our own Zach Jazier of Into the Triangle sent me a picture of the Patriots trading for Deshaun Watson. Like, don't do that to me, Zach.
Shut the fuck up, Zach.
Stupid Bills fans.
They almost got Gronk. Bills almost got Gronk.
They might get Zach Ertz, honestly.
Trying to see if I've been checking Twitter all day.
I've been refreshing Twitter constantly because you don't know. Bill's just going to drop in their dime on us. Like, hey, by the way, guys, we're going to bring in Deshaun Watson now. Like, what? Look, I don't think – I would love Deshaun Watson to happen. I think it should be their number 1 priority, but I don't think it will. I think Cam's their plan with the flexibility – to say, oh, you're going to give me Jimmy G. I think the fluid comments that have been out there, they're fluid at quarterback. They're still looking at quarterback. It's because they're waiting on Jimmy G. They brought in Cam Newton because they're comfortable with him if Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't shake loose. And if he doesn't shake loose, they're going with Cam. Either way, I think they're drafting somebody. It's just a matter of if it's Cam Newton or Jimmy Garoppolo starting this year.
I would love
That's
them
what
to
it
take
feels
a quarterback round 1, but you never know, man, with Bill.
They're not going to do that. They're going to draft defense at 15.
But they might. Listen, look, that scenario I just laid out, I talked myself into it. I talked myself into it. All right, that is enough Deshaun Watson talk, Patriot talk. We can talk about the rest of these guys if you want. We touched on Leonard Fournette a little bit because that was a conversation that we were having over text. Guys, Leonard Fournette's just not that good.
Make him a backup.
Not.
Have him be your backup then.
But he's not a starting running back.
But he's gonna be. He's gonna make over $5 million. Bill's not gonna pay over $5 million for a backup running back.
Why not? He's your third down back. You've got to replace James White.
You might not even have to though. And if you get a guy like Chris Carson, if it comes,
I'd rather Leonard Fournette
than Chris Carson.
Yes.
Are you crazy? What is wrong?
No.
Matt Stafford stinks. Jared said that before the show. Matt Stafford's not a good quarterback.
My goodness. You said he was a top 5 quarterback in the league. Matt Stafford is not a top 5 quarterback in this league.
If he was on a legitimate team, I think he would be a top 5 quarterback in the league. We'll see this year. He's going to LA.
I'd rather backtrack on Leonard Fournette being good than Matt Stafford being Matt Stafford's not that good.
Matt Stafford is
and
a
also
wagon.
poor Matthew Stafford. Oh, I don't want to go play for the Patriots. Man. Well, now you're on a worse team.
Well, I think it was more of a Matt Patricia thing than anything.
Who's not even on the coaching staff. What a crybaby. He's not even on the coaching staff.
He's here. Hey, listen, he went to LA. He went to Los Angeles.
Office. He's a baby.
Chris Carson isn't that good.
I just think Fournette's better.
What are we doing here? Leonard Fournette's not even that good.
I'd rather James Conner than Chris Carson.
No. Oh my God. Talk about overrated. James Conner. You want to go over this stat that I texted you guys today?
Offensive line, man. Patriots making the stud again.
They had a good one in Tampa. What are we doing?
He did good. He did good. Look at playoff Lenny, man. He was good.
Playoff. Oh yeah, we got to wait all year for the playoffs to get this guy going. Well, you got.
That's all I care about. You have a guy like Chris Damian
Carson.
Harris and Rex Burkhead. I just need playoff Lenny.
Chris Carson is just a much better running back, especially at this age. Actually, well, Leonard Fournette's young too, but he's just been wildly underwhelming since he got here.
They're gonna draft another running back. Ugh.
I'm trying to find.
They're gonna draft some schmuck in like the 8th round.
I'm trying to find that stat that I texted you guys today. Oh, here it is. 13 games this year. You know how many many yards this guy got?
In 13 games, 380? I don't know.
367 yards.
Wow.
That was really close.
That was very close.
That was almost right on.
You went over, though, so you lose in the Price is Right rules.
Oh, of course.
Over $5 million, I'm not doing it. He's just overrated. I'm sorry. I do. I think he is. Chris Carson, I would definitely take. I think Chris Carson's a very good running back.
They need a running back.
They do.
James White's going bye-bye. He's going to play with Tom Brady.
To touch on the other moves, Judon, solid pickup. He fits the Patriots
top 5
mold.
Pass rusher.
I don't think he is. I think he's a run stopper. I think he's.
He's a
I don't
pass
think.
No, he's a pass rusher.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
They literally said pass rusher, Matthew.
You're a
you
know
who said that?
You are a Patriot honk. How do you not know this?
You know who said that? Twitter said that. Twitter tweeted out that video a million times of him sacking Josh Allen.
But
He's
it was
been
also
underwhelming
guys
on the pass
like
rush.
Scott Zolak. Trust it. He's a football guy. Like if he's excited about Judon being a pass rusher, I believe it.
He also gets jacked up when things happen.
Oh, yeah, dude, you should have seen his reaction today with Hunter Henry. Oh, my goodness. Look, Judon's a solid pass rusher. They didn't have anybody really before that. And then you're playing him with Hightower, with Ninkovich. My God. Let's go. They need to re-sign Andrews.
Okay, you know what? I could be wrong on Judon not being a good pass rusher.
You are wrong.
Well, he's labeled as a pass rusher, but I forget where I heard it today, but he's been underwhelming as a pass rusher.
Let me guess. Twitter.
No, not on Twitter.
Lies.
It wasn't Twitter.
Was it Jack? Was it Zach? Jaziero? Because he's just an idiot.
No. Keep talking.
Oh, my goodness. High five to that one, Jared, because we got that one right.
Man.
I'll find it.
No, you won't. No, you won't. He's an edge rusher, but it's this defense. Like everyone's talking about Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. But this defense next year, oh my goodness, it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. The wife is texting me as we record.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Fine. I will secede on the Matt Judon. I heard that. Okay. I don't know
Good job,
much
Jared.
I don't know much about. I'll give you guys that one. I'll back off of that one. Great. Hey,
I will not back off of Matt Stafford being a bad quarterback.
That's just insane. That is fucking asinine to me. Matt Judon, I'll give you. Great. I'm glad he's here. Good pass rusher, apparently. Solid. I don't know.
Just like you're not wanting Deshaun Watson on the Patriots. Like,
okay, of course I want Deshaun Watson on the Patriots.
You don't want Deshaun Watson on the Patriots. That's what I'm hearing.
Of course I want Deshaun Watson.
You don't want Deshaun
Watson
as the New England Patriots.
Of course I want him on the Patriots.
I need Jimmy Garoppolo. He's Bill's pinky. Screw Deshaun Watson, man.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put out a poll after the show. Just simple. Is Matt Stafford a good quarterback?
You're gonna get a lot of no's.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You're gonna get a lot of no's.
If Matt Stafford's a bad quarterback, I've been living in the wrong world.
I think you're gonna get a 60-40 split in favor of he's a good quarterback.
You're gonna get a lot of no's.
I would be shocked if it was that close.
No, it's gonna be close.
God, what? I don't understand this. Like, where did this come
from? I'm on your side.
Nick, you are predominantly followed by New England people, right? That's your demographic. You're from New England. People have a very high bar for quarterback play. You're gonna get a lot of no's.
Yeah, but we saw last season.
Okay, but still, people compare everything to Tom. Everything. You're gonna get a lot of no's.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. Anything else that we really want to talk about? Besides, I mean, they made
LeBron James is now the owner of the Red Sox.
LeBron James is an owner of the Red Sox, which I like. What the fuck?
Get rid of that Yankee cap, bud. Oh my goodness.
Bring those Coke bottles back, baby. Let's go.
Bring the Coke bottles back. That would be electric.
I want to hear. LeBron, can you trade yourself for Mookie Betts? That'd be fun.
That would be awesome.
Today I announced I'm going to trade myself to Los Angeles Dodgers. In return, the Red Sox will be getting Mookie Betts. I'm going to donate half my NBA salary to pay Mookie Betts.
I specifically wrote down. Oh, here it is. Jeff Howe tweeted this an hour ago. Even after all this spending, the Patriots have more than enough cap space to take on Deshaun Watson. So it was a Deshaun Watson-related tweet. And add more in free agency. If such a move were ever in the cards, these contracts were very soundly structured to mirror the exploding salary cap with the impending TV deals. So, okay, I guess maybe I am underplaying how big the salary cap's going to be next season.
Deshaun Watson, man, they can afford it.
Maybe I'm doing that.
They still notable free agents they still have. James White probably gone. Rex Burkhead probably comes back cheap.
Right, I think you got to pay David Andrews still.
Demir Bird probably gone. Right. Lawrence Guy, Adam Butler, J.C. Jackson, J-Mac, David Andrews. There's some good names on that list still that we don't re-signed ourselves yet. Like, I want them to sign J.C. Jackson.
Is he restricted?
Yeah, I do too.
Can they tag him?
Well, they can't anymore.
Oh, true. Yeah. Jason McCourty, no thanks. You can leave. David Andrews, please and thank you.
David Andrews is the only one on the list that I would say is like a priority.
Lawrence Guy, I'd like Lawrence Guy back. I think he could be a priority.
For sure. Is Adam Butler on that list, or is he still?
Adam Butler is on that list.
See, if I were to pick Lawrence Guy and Adam Butler, I'm a big Adam Butler fan. I think he would come in cheaper.
I think David Andrews should come back.
David Andrews, like I said, is the one guy that I would prioritize on that list.
And he's going to Miami probably. So
I hope not. But hey, listen, you trade Stephon Gilmore over to Miami. I'm telling you, man, that makes too much sense.
You know, hey, we'll give you Stephon Gilmore and the number 15 pick. Don't sign David Andrews. And we'll take that number 3 pick.
And give us the number 3.
Imagine
David Andrews.
Imagine if Miami traded the Patriots the 3rd round pick and Nick Caserio traded Deshaun Watson to the Patriots. The league would explode. The league would explode. They wouldn't know what to do.
Man. That'd be hilarious.
I think that's it, guys. Wild start.
Wait, could you pull that off? Double dip, get the pick from the Dolphins, and then use that pick and hold the Texans ransom.
You could, because then you would still have a 1st round pick this year.
You just move up. You give the Dolphins 15, and now you have 3. Hey, Houston, I'll give you 3 and whatever, maybe 3 and a couple other picks and maybe a player. Give me Deshaun.
If you had pick number 3, you probably only need to give pick number 3, 1st round wise.
Yeah, then just a bunch of other picks. Like,
yeah,
Caserio wants draft picks. You swing to the Dolphins, you grab Houston's pick from the Dolphins, give them Gilmore and give them 15. And then if you really don't want to draft a young guy, hey, Houston, you want your pick? You want Zach Wilson? Come on, give me Deshaun.
Right. It's a perfect
Or I'm going to take
storm,
Zach Wilson, so just give me Deshaun. Come on.
It's a perfect storm. Couch Guys Sports Podcast, episode number 199. Next week, episode 200, maybe. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more breaking news with the way that this Patriots offseason has gone so far. Nick Quaglia, Jared Scali, Al Nahigian, guys, we will be back next week. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.